With the tempest of Western imperialism storming throughout the world, Western civilizations colonized Africa and the rest of the world as of the late 19th century. They then changed their course to the last unconquered territory, Northeast Asia. Joseon was standing on the brink of the coming chaos. During this time, when the people of Joseon faced the impending crisis, a seeker of the Joseon dynasty, Choi Soo-un, prayed to the heavens to find the true Dharma that would save the world from such madness. He meditated for 3 years, practicing 3 49-day meditation sessions with his utmost devotion, but his efforts bore no fruit initially. Then, on the 5th day of the lunar April in 1860, a miraculous event happened as Soo-un finally received the heavenly mandate in Gyeongju, the city that was once the capital of Shilla, the 1,000 Years Kingdom. Do not fear and do not be alarmed. I am the one whom people call Sangje. Why do you not know Sangje? The sound that began as a scolding from heaven above continued with a benevolent voice telling him, "You shall call me Father." Sangje-nim then gave Soo-un enlightenment and the truth of Shingyo. This was a defining moment of a new culture of spirituality beginning in the history of human civilization. Soo-un received the heavenly mandate directly from the father Sangje-nim, who resides in the northern 7 stars. This was the time for the declaration of the news of a new world opening and the beginning of the modern history of humanity in the Korean peninsula. Soo-un received the heavenly mandate by Sangje-nim and founded Donghak, the Eastern Learning. What is Eastern Learning? The Eastern in the Eastern Learning is not just referring to the direction, but has the meaning of the center of cosmic life, where all life begins anew. East is the center of all living things in heaven and earth, where the principles of nature and civilization are reborn. Learning has 2 meanings, Tao and Gyo. Tao means the Tao of the ultimate level of enlightenment, or the supreme Tao of Muguk that greatly unites heaven, earth, and humanity into one. This supreme Tao of Muguk represents the mind of the cosmic autumn that builds the new order of civilization based on the new order of heaven and earth. Gyo is the teaching of a universal lifestyle of humanity beyond religions. The true message of Eastern learning is to begin a new era of universal culture by overcoming the limits of the civilizations of East and West through resolving at the source the problems of society that humanity faces today. This resolution is to occur during the transition time from the order of mutual conflict of the old heaven and earth to the order of mutual life-giving of the new heaven and earth. What are the 3 main messages of Eastern learning? First is the news of the era of serving the Heavenly Lord, the message that Sangje-nim, who is the Lord of the 7 stars and heaven and earth, will come from the northern sky of the heavens to incarnate on this eastern land as a human being. Second, when the order of heaven and earth is making its transition from the cosmic summer to cosmic autumn, a mysterious and nameless disease will spread to completely change the history of human civilization, and it will be a Gebyok again through the destiny of the disease. Thirdly, it was a message of arrival of the new era of popularization of enlightenment, the era of the supreme Tao of Muguk, of infinite wisdom, creation transformation, and the divinity of creation that fully activates the divinity of the Creator residing within our body. In the year of 1894, the cries of the people turned into the wide-scale revolution that spread like wildfire to completely change the history of Joseon forever. They fought against tyranny and corruption while chanting the Shicheonju mantra. But the Joseon government killed the Eastern Learning revolutionaries mercilessly by even bringing the Japanese Imperial Army into Korea. The peasant army was completely butchered, turning the Kumgang River red for 6 months. Eastern Learning and the Eastern Learning Revolution, Donghak Revolution, was a cry of Shingyo under the name of serving the Heavenly Lord. It was a movement of spiritual gaebyok that opened up a new paradigm in the history of the mind and spirituality. In 1871, 8 years after the death of Great Venerable Choi Soo-un, the same Sangjae-nim that gave Soo-un the heavenly mandate and Shingyo, spirit teaching, finally incarnated as a human being to open the way for his supreme Tao of Muguk. This is the true Eastern Learning. The time of true Eastern Learning that completes the dream and realizes the ideals of the first Eastern Learning and what the movement truly aspired had begun. The people of Joseon that were awakened to the messages of gaebyok again had gathered once again under the true Eastern Learning. The army of the true Eastern Learning of Taeyelang had gathered even during the severe suppression of Japanese imperialism, with numbers estimating up to 6 million people. This is the time when the universe closes down the season of the cosmic spring and cosmic summer and enters into the universe of autumn. Now is the new era of history of the cosmic autumn. This is the most important message that the true Eastern Learning, Jungsan-do, has been conveying. The approaching time of gaebyok is when the universe, civilization, and humanity will be reborn. Gaebyok is the message of hope that humanity will encounter a new world. This is the historical background of Eastern Learning and the true Eastern Learning that continues to pave the pathways for the culture of spirituality of the Taeil-ju mantra and the culture of Taeil.